helpless shit, man. If I ever was to have to go sit down 20, 25 years, the time they let you sit at home with your family, I'm bound to go get my motherfucking breast did. I'm bound to get my teeth did so I can do my 25 years with hoes. Have me some fun, man. I don't get tired.
What up, y'all? Good morning. It's Coffee. Y'all hear that, man, with the news hitting yesterday of the YSL Rico case, man. Y'all know the internet is undefeated, right? We know Young Thug, Thugger used to rock dresses and all that. I don't know. That's a whole nother story. But someone already done dug up an old clip of Thug talking about if he had to go lay it down behind that wall, he gonna get that surgery so he can do his bit with the females, man. A little joke, a little comedy, right? I guess to lighten the mood up. But in all reality, man, this is no laughing matter at all. And I wanted to tap in with y'all. I did a video yesterday going over the original press release about the indictment and everything. But let's jump in a little further on this, y'all. Make sure to get in the comments.
Millions may know him for music and the videos that go with it, but this is our video of a man identified as Jeffrey Williams, a.k.a. Young Thug. Both names are among more than 24 defendants charged in a sprawling Fulton County indictment. He's charged with conspiracy to violate the Racketeer, Influenced, and Corrupt Organizations Act and participation in criminal street gang activity. His attorney, Brian Steele.
I'll tell you the response to any allegation is Mr. Williams committed no crime whatsoever, and we will fight to my last drop of blood to clear him.
There appeared to be a massive presence on Allison Drive in Buckhead by Atlanta police and perhaps others. The Fulton County District Attorney's Office confirms that's where Young Thug resides. The indictment says, quote, the objectives of the conspiracy included but were not limited to preserving, protecting, and enhancing the reputation, power, and territory of the enterprise through acts of racketeering activity, including murder, assault, and threats of violence. It describes a criminal street gang called YSL, starting in late 2012 in the Cleveland Avenue area of Atlanta. Quote, YSL claims affiliation with the National Bloods Gang. Young Thug is one of 3 alleged to be YSL founders. Last week, Fulton County DA Fonnie Willis told us,
we expect that in coming days, weeks, and months that we will bring RICO indictments against gang members, even top-level gang members, to make sure that we rid them from our society.
All right, yo, so getting back to the serious side of things. Comment, though, if that was funny to y'all about the whole breast implants thing and all that, man. Young Thug definitely got a sense of humor, to say the least. But again, this is no laughing matter, right? You heard that press release there. You see the footage of Young Thug being taken into custody, and you heard the district attorney talking about their plan to start using this RICO to arrest gang members, to bring down these organizations. And as I said in my video yesterday, and you heard in that clip there, they're clearly saying, you know, Young Thug is one of 3 founders. And when they talk about, in the indictment, when they talk about YFN Lucci, an attempt on his life behind the wall, they mention Young Thug by name. Like, again, the way I said it yesterday, this might sound kind of corny to some of y'all out there, but more or less they're saying he's the shot caller. You know what I mean? He's the one pulling the strings and, you know, planning things out and everything. Essentially kind of like the Godfather, I guess, in an example, I guess. Y'all know what I'm saying, right? Now, something I dove into a little bit yesterday, and I kind of really want to chop it up with y'all on today, is the fact that YSL, a record label, a rap collective, you know, which is being referred to as Young Stoner Life, Young Slime Life, Slat Life. The authorities are flat out saying, you know, this is a criminal organization. You know, they're related. They're a part of, you know, the Blood Gang. And this is just going to be a crazy case because, and I'm really wondering if it's going to change the way a lot of rappers, celebrities move, right? Because we always hear that whole debate, you know, art versus reality, you know, where those worlds intersect and overlap, what's real, what's just for image, what can the authorities prove is real. You know, it's going to be a real crazy situation with this case, in my opinion, you know. But being that it's a RICO and everything, it kind of feels like it gives it definitely gives the advantage to the authorities big time, because it's a case that covers a lot of people in a very long time period. You see, they're talking about it started back in like 2012, 2013. They got the dates and everything, and it makes you wonder, are some of there's 28 co-defendants, will some take pleas? Will some go to trial? If some do take pleas, it'll make things even harder for those who do go to trial. But from my basic understanding of the way the RICO works, which again, it's a complex thing. I'm not claiming to be an expert. Again, anyone just finding this channel, you know what I'm saying, hit the comments. That's what it's all about over here. I want to hear what you guys think, your thoughts, chop it up with y'all, the people, the viewer. But from my basic understanding, it's like they have to prove that in the past, like with a timeline, present and everything, and even ongoing, that a certain organization is indeed a criminal organization and has committed, criminal acts to create revenue and keep the organization going, and that money flows out through the organization. And we hear stuff about intimidation and violence, and obviously it's racketeering. Same kind of stuff we hear with all those mob cases and all that. So I'm predicting this is just going to be a real crazy court battle, because constantly in the indictment and in all these news reports, something we keep hearing about is lyrics to the songs, gang related lyrics, and them having red rags in videos and in pictures, and they wear red and green, red for the relation to the blood gang, and green for slime, and all this stuff like that. And there's just quite a few mention of songs. Like it's that same old debate of can music be used in a court of law as evidence, which we know it can, has, and probably will be in the future. It's just a little different in this situation, where it's not someone specifically, like in the past we saw someone kick your door down and rob someone. There's a video I did a couple years ago where a guy robbed a weed man, and people were killed and everything like that, where rather than that of like one specific act of violent crime or whatever, they're cherry picking lyrics from songs, where there's stuff pertaining to gangs and stuff like that. And also what's mentioned a lot here is social media captions, social media pictures, you know what I'm saying? And it just really, really makes me wonder if this will have rappers once and for all change up the way they move. This is a discussion that's been going on for years, you know what I'm saying? Rappers or people who want to emulate that rapper lifestyle, or want to put on for the gram or whatever, wannabes, like, which I'm not calling these dudes wannabes, although I'm sure as far as the court's concerned, they'd probably say, yeah, fuck it, we're wannabes, you got that. But you know what I mean? Just all this stuff all the time where people are going all extra out on social media and sharing things that they shouldn't share. We're seeing the authorities here compile all that stuff over a period of time and just say, look at all this evidence that this is a criminal organization that's been operating for a decade. It's just crazy, man. So real talk, rappers, whether you are about that life or you're not, the social media antics really need to stop, right? Like, think about a group or a rap collective or label like Dipset, you know what I'm saying, for years has had all kinds of lyrics and photo shoots and social media posts with red bandanas and, claiming blood and all that. There's a lot of different instances of this, and once and for all, I feel like it's most definitely time for people to wise up and say, yo, fuck this self-incrimination-ish. It is not worth it. Another situation, man, for those who filed like the prison content or whatever, we saw 1090 Jake recently on No Jumper, and he went into lengths discussing, you know what I'm saying, his gang affiliation and things that went down and when he was behind the wall. And then shortly after, you know, he's been covering the YNW Melly case, and, you know, it hit the news that informants and investigators, like, in the paperwork files regarding the case, 1090 Jake's name was brought up as being a treasurer of the gang and all that. Like, it's just pretty wild, man, to see this go down in a RICO case. You know, like I was just speaking of 1090. I remember when that happened, when all this stuff recently went down. Like, someone was telling me, man, 1090 Jake's laughing that all off. I wonder if he's a bit nervous about that. I mean, again, I'm not trying to stir the pot or anything like that. I'm just saying a lot of people, you know, get bagged up and go to jail or are living a certain kind of lifestyle in their life, and they switch things around later on, whether it be hip hop or blogging or other ways to get to the bag and, you know, change their life for the better. And it's just so wild to see things all play out this way. Y'all know what I mean? Like, I don't know, but I'm just kind of thinking out loud on this one. Just kind of wanted to share some of the new info that dropped with you guys, get everyone's take and opinion on this. Now, I'm not from Atlanta, you know what I mean? So I'm not trying to claim to have any inside info or anything, just reacting. I got a feeling this is going to be a long court process. Again, I didn't even know until recently that there was RICO on a state level. Not all states, but Georgia is one of the, however many you'll see on one of the different screenshots that I'll share with y'all on this one. What states do indeed have the RICO. But I don't know, man. We're going to see this all play out in court. Again, sub to the channel. Stay tuned for updates. Share your thoughts on all this. Man, it's crazy, right? The way things go in hip-hop. Like, we always hear about how the industry got away from conscious music, you know, and there's those, some people say conspiracy theory, some people say it's much more than that. We've actually heard two rappers, Everlast and Busy Bone, flat out come out and talk about that there was a guy, you know, tied to the elites, you know, what do they say, the 1%, the wealthy, you know, who had an interest in private prisons and try to influence labels to get away from conscious music and get towards a music of ultra violence and different things like that, and influence people to go to prison through the music. You know, then we know some years back, gang banging became very fashionable in hip hop, where all these artists, you know, want people to know that they're tied to this gang or that gang. You know what I'm saying? Throwing up gang signs and all that in videos. And then we've seen people charged before, but now we're seeing the music be used in a RICO case. This is absolutely crazy. So let's talk about it all below in the comments. I'm going to end this video. You know, I'm going to definitely keep reporting on this topic again. So stay tuned, guys. Share your thoughts for video ideas, everything. But I want to share a clip with y'all for the end of this where just in 2021, Young Thug and Gunna, y'all remember, bailed out like 30 people from the county jail. Did that good deed, you know?
To reunite more than a couple of dozen people with their families. Rappers Young Thug and Gunna posted bond for 30 inmates stuck in jail facing minor charges. Those inmates could not afford bail by themselves. Tonight, Channel 2's Michael Seiden spoke with the artists about that act of kindness.
We caught up with both artists at Cleveland Avenue Park, where we found them cooking out and spending time with family and friends on Sunday afternoon.
This where we from.
But they aren't just using their fame and fortune to give back to their loved ones. In fact, on Friday afternoon,
We just woke up and went to the jail with the lawyer and, you know, DAs and the prosecutors and, you know, the bonding companies, and just got as many people as we can out, probably like 20 or 30 people.
the rapper's label, YSL Records, shared this exclusive video showing the moment dozens of Fulton County inmates were released from the county jail. Watch this emotional reunion between a father and his young son.
You never know what somebody been through, bro, and I understood when it was people sitting out 3-4 years that couldn't get out of on a bond.
If they did the crime, they could do the time. It's all right. You know, but it's like, you giving them a bond higher than what they stole.
This random act of kindness comes just 2 months after Channel 2 got an exclusive look inside the Fulton County Jail, where at the time there were 2,900 inmates, 400 over capacity. So crowded, many are sleeping in public areas.
This is some of the worst conditions I've ever seen.
After getting released to their families, they were all served a home-cooked meal,